In this video, we use advanced techniques called neural beats and multiple examples of English conversation to help you learn and remember English words. Whether you're a beginner or looking to improve your English skills, this video is for you. Throughout this video, we'll be focusing on how to improve your listening and speaking skills in English. With more than 5,000 words that are used in everyday English conversations about different topics. So sit back, relax, and let's get started on this journey together. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. We'd love to hear from you and answer any questions you might have about learning English.
So, Sarah, tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
Well, I work as a graphic designer for a digital marketing agency. What about you?
I'm a freelance writer. I mostly write about technology and startups.
That's really interesting. I'm not much of a tech person myself, but I know how important it is in today's world.
Yeah, it definitely is. So, what do you like to do in your free time?
I'm an avid reader. I love getting lost in a good book. What about you?
I like to play basketball and watch movies.
That's cool. Do you have a favorite movie?
Yeah, I really love The Godfather. It's a classic.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. I'll have to add it to my list.
Definitely. So, where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Chicago, but I've been living here in New York for the past few years. What about you?
I'm from San Francisco. I moved here a couple of years ago to pursue my writing career.
That's great. How are you liking it here so far?
I love it. There's so much to do and see in the city. It's never boring.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like I've only scratched the surface of what this city has to offer.
Speaking of which, have you been to any good restaurants lately? I'm always on the lookout for a new spot to try.
Actually, I went to this amazing Thai place last week. The food was delicious.
That sounds great. What was the name of the place?
It's called Spice Market. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I have. I've been meaning to check it out. Thanks for the recommendation.
No problem. I'm always happy to share good food spots.
So, do you have any travel plans coming up?
Not at the moment. I've been so busy with work lately that I haven't had a chance to plan anything. What about you?
I'm actually going to Europe next month. I'm really excited to explore some new cities.
That sounds amazing. Where are you going?
I'm starting in Paris, then heading to Amsterdam, Berlin, and Prague.
Wow, that's quite a trip. I've always wanted to visit Paris.
Yeah, me too. I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I hope you have a great time.
Thanks, I'm sure I will. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yes, it's perfect for a picnic. Thanks for suggesting it.
No problem. I thought it would be nice to enjoy the outdoors while the weather is still nice.
Definitely. So, have you been working on any interesting writing projects lately?
Actually, I just finished a piece on the future of artificial intelligence. It was really fascinating to research.
That sounds really interesting. What did you learn?
Well, there's a lot of debate about whether AI will be a threat to jobs or not. Some people think that it will create new jobs, while others think that it will automate a lot of tasks and leave people out of work.
That's a tough question. What do you think?
Personally, I think that AI will create new jobs, but it will also require people to learn new skills and adapt to the changing job market. What about you? Do you think AI will be a threat to jobs?
I think there will be some jobs that will become automated, but there will also be new jobs created. It's hard to say for sure, but I think it's important for people to keep learning and developing new skills.
Yeah, I agree. So, do you have any favorite books or authors?
I really love Margaret Atwood. I think she's a brilliant writer. What about you?
I'm a big fan of Kurt Vonnegut. His writing is really unique and thought-provoking.
Yeah, I've read a couple of his books. They're definitely different from anything else I've read.
Speaking of books, have you read anything good lately?
Yes, actually. I just finished a memoir by Michelle Obama. It was really inspiring.
I've heard a lot of good things about that book. I'll have to add it to my reading list.
Definitely. So, do you have any plans for the weekend?
Not really. I was thinking of maybe going to see a movie or checking out a new restaurant. What about you?
I'm going to a concert on Saturday. One of my favorite bands is playing.
That sounds like fun. Who are you going to see?
They're called The National. Have you heard of them?
Yeah, I have. I haven't listened to a lot of their music, but I've heard they're really good live.
They are. I'm really excited.
Well, I hope you have a great time. Let me know how it goes.
I will. Thanks.
This was really fun. We should do it again sometime.
I agree. Maybe we can go hiking or try a new activity next time.
That sounds like a great idea. I'm always up for trying something new.
Me too. Well, thanks again for a great afternoon.
Anytime. It was my pleasure.
Hey, John, have you heard about this charity event happening this weekend?
No, what is it?
It's a fundraiser for a local animal shelter. They're doing a dog walk and they have all sorts of activities and food vendors. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun.
That sounds great. I love dogs and it's always good to support a good cause.
Yeah. And the best part is that all the proceeds go to helping the animals at the shelter.
Count me in. What time does it start?
It starts at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Do you want to meet up there?
Sure, that sounds like a plan. I'll bring my dog too. He loves meeting new dogs.
That's perfect. I'll bring my dog too. I think they'll have a lot of fun together.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Wow, there are a lot of people here.
Yeah. It's really great to see so many people come out to support the animals.
Look at all the different breeds of dogs here. It's like a dog parade.
Yeah. It's so fun to see all the different dogs and their owners.
This was really fun. We should do more charity events like this.
Definitely. There are so many great causes out there that could use our support.
Yeah, and it's always good to give back to the community.
Agreed. Well, thanks for coming out today. It was really great to spend the morning with you and our dogs.
My pleasure. We should do it again soon.
Definitely. Let's keep in touch.
Good evening. Can I get you started with some drinks?
I'll have a beer, please.
I'll have a glass of red wine.
Great, I'll be right back with your drinks.
So, Sarah, have you tried this place before?
No, but I've heard great things about their seafood dishes.
That sounds good. I might try the seafood pasta.
I was thinking of getting the grilled salmon. What do you think that group of people is dressed up for?
I'm not sure. Maybe they're celebrating something.
It looks like they're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, they definitely are. It's always great to see people having fun and enjoying life.
I agree. Speaking of which, have you made any travel plans lately?
Actually, I'm planning a trip to Japan next month. I've always wanted to go there.
That sounds amazing. What are you most looking forward to?
I'm really excited to try the food and see some of the historical landmarks, like the temples and shrines.
That sounds incredible. I've never been to Japan, but I've heard it's a really unique and beautiful country.
Yeah, I can't wait to experience it for myself.
This salmon is really good.
Yeah, and this pasta is amazing.
Thanks for a great dinner. We should do it again sometime.
My pleasure. I had a really great time. Let's definitely do it again soon.
Sounds like a plan. Have a safe trip to Japan.
Thanks, I will. Take care. Hey Sarah, it's good to see you again.
Hi John, how was your trip to Japan?
It was incredible. The food, the culture, and the people were all amazing. I can't wait to go back.
That sounds so exciting. I'm glad you had a great time.
Thanks, and I have to say, I really missed hanging out with you while I was gone.
Aww.
That's so sweet. I missed hanging out with you too.
So, what have you been up to lately?
Not too much, just working and spending time with friends. I did go on a hiking trip last weekend, though.
That sounds like fun. Where did you go?
We went to the Adirondack Mountains. It was so beautiful up there.
That sounds amazing. I love hiking, but I haven't done it in a while.
You should come with us next time. We're planning another trip in a few weeks.
I would love to. Count me in.
Great. We're thinking about going to the Catskills this time.
That sounds like a great idea. I've heard they have some really great hiking trails there.
Yeah.
And there are also a lot of cute towns and restaurants to explore.
I'm in. Where are you planning to go?
How about next Saturday? We can make a day trip out of it.
That works for me. Do you need me to bring anything?
Just yourself and some good hiking shoes. We'll take care of the rest.
Sounds perfect. I can't wait.
This view is amazing.
Yeah, it's really something. I can't believe how beautiful it is up here.
I know, right? It's hard to believe that we're only a few hours from the city.
It's a nice break from the hustle and bustle. This is perfect. I could sit here all day.
I know what you mean. It's so peaceful up here.
Thanks for inviting me on this trip. I had a great time.
Of course, anytime. It's always better to explore new places with good company.
Agreed. So, what's next on our adventure list?
Well, I was thinking we could check out some of the new art exhibits at the museum next week.
Sounds like a plan. I love art, but I haven't been to a museum in a while.
Perfect. I'll send you the details later this week. Hey, John, the art exhibit is happening next Thursday. Are you free that day?
Let me check my schedule. Yes, I'm free. What time is the exhibit?
It starts at 10 a.m. I was thinking we could grab some coffee beforehand and then head over.
That sounds perfect. What kind of art is on display?
It's a mix of contemporary and traditional art. There's a special exhibit on Impressionist paintings that I'm really excited to see.
I love Impressionist paintings. This sounds like it'll be really interesting.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Do you want to meet at the coffee shop at 9:30 a.m.?
Sounds good. Do you have a specific place in mind?
How about we meet at that new coffee shop on Main Street? I heard they have really good pastries.
Perfect. I'll see you there. This is such a great exhibit. I'm really glad we came.
Me too. The Impressionist paintings are really beautiful.
Yeah, and I really like that contemporary sculpture we saw earlier.
That one was really unique. I love how art can be so varied and expressive. That was a great way to spend the day. Do you want to grab some lunch before we head back?
Sure. Is there a place nearby that you recommend?
There's a great Thai restaurant a few blocks away. Have you ever had Thai food?
Yeah, I love Thai food. Let's check it out. This looks really good. What are you thinking of getting?
I'm torn between the pad Thai and the green curry. What about you?
I think I'm going to go for the red curry with chicken. It sounds really good.
Great choices. I think we can't go wrong with any of these dishes. Hey, John, do you want to take a walk around the neighborhood and see if we can find any cool shops?
That sounds like a great idea. Let's do it.
Look at that shop over there. It looks like they sell handmade jewelry.
That looks really interesting. Let's check it out.
These pieces are really beautiful. I love how each one is so unique.
Yeah, and it's amazing to think that someone took the time to create each of these by hand.
Look, they're having a reading by a local author tonight. We should come back and check it out.
That sounds like a great idea. I love going to book readings and meeting new authors. Thanks for a great day, Sarah. I had a really great time.
Me too, John. It's always fun to explore new places and experience new things with good company.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the book reading tonight. It should be a lot of fun.
Definitely. I'll meet you back here at 7 p.m.
Sounds good. See you then.
Hey, John, did you find a good spot?
Yeah, I found some seats near the front. Looks like it's starting soon.
That was really inspiring. I love hearing about the creative process behind writing.
Me too. It's amazing how some people can come up with such great stories and characters.
Yeah, and it makes me want to try my hand at writing too.
You should definitely give it a shot. Who knows, you might be the next best-selling author.
I don't know about that. But I might start with something small, like a short story or a blog post.
That sounds like a good plan. Let me know if you need any feedback or support.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it.
Thanks again for inviting me to the reading. It was really great.
Of course. I'm always happy to share new experiences with you.
Speaking of new experiences, have you heard about that new escape room that just opened up in town?
No, I haven't. What is it?
It's this interactive puzzle game where you have to solve clues and escape from a locked room. I've never done it before, but I've heard it's really fun.
That sounds like a blast. Count me in.
Are you ready for this?
I think so. I'm a little nervous, but I'm also really excited. So, what's the puzzle we have to solve?
Sounds like a challenge. Let's do this.
This is so cool. I feel like we're in a real-life mystery movie.
Yeah, and it's a great way to work our brains and problem-solving skills.
We did it.
Yeah, great job, Sarah. We make a great team. That was so much fun. What should we do next?
Well, I've been meaning to try out that new restaurant that just opened up on the waterfront. It's supposed to have great views and amazing food.
That sounds perfect. Let's go check it out.
This is amazing. I could sit here all day.
I know what you mean. It's the perfect way to relax and unwind. Thanks for another great adventure, Sarah. I had a lot of fun.
Same here, John. It's always a pleasure exploring new places and trying new things with you.
Speaking of new things, have you ever tried rock climbing?
No, I haven't. But I've always wanted to give it a shot.
Well, there's a rock climbing gym downtown that I've been meaning to check out. Would you be interested in trying it out with me?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
So, what are some things you like to do in your free time?
Well, I love hiking and exploring new places. And I also like to read and write.
That's cool. What kind of books do you like to read?
I'm a big fan of mysteries and thrillers. I love a good page-turner.
Me too. Have you read any good ones lately?
Yeah. I just finished this really great book called The Silent Patient. It's about a woman who murders her husband and then stops talking. It was really suspenseful.
That sounds really interesting. I'll have to check it out. So, what do you do for work?
I work in marketing for a tech company. It's pretty challenging, but I love it.
That's awesome. What kind of marketing do you specialize in?
Right now, I'm focused on digital marketing and social media. It's always changing, but that's what makes it exciting.
Yeah, I bet. I work in finance, so it's a completely different world.
It's funny how different industries can be, but there's always something to learn from other perspectives. Thanks again for coming with me to this restaurant, John. It was a great suggestion.
No problem, Sarah. I always love trying out new places with you. Hey, Sarah, have you ever been to a hot air balloon festival?
No, I haven't. But I've always wanted to go to one.
There's a festival taking place next weekend. Do you want to check it out?
Yes, definitely. That sounds like an amazing experience. This is so incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
I know, right? It's amazing how something as simple as a hot air balloon can be so mesmerizing. Look, that one over there has a dragon on it.
Wow, that's so cool. I love how creative people can get with their hot air balloons. I can't believe we're actually doing this.
I know, it's pretty wild. But it's going to be an amazing view from up there.
This is one of the coolest things I've ever done. Thank you for suggesting it, John.
Of course. I'm always looking for new adventures to share with you.
What should we do next? Any more adventures up your sleeve?
Actually, there's a national park a few hours away that I've been wanting to check out. It's supposed to have amazing hiking trails and beautiful views.
That sounds perfect. When should we go? This place is incredible. I can't believe I've never been here before.
I know, right? It's one of my favorite places to come and escape from the city.
This trail is amazing. The views are breathtaking.
Yeah, and it's a great workout too. I always feel so energized after hiking. Hey, do you guys need some help?
Yeah, we've lost the trail and we're not sure where to go.
We have a map and we know the area pretty well. We can help you find your way.
Thank you so much for your help. We wouldn't have made it without you.
No problem, we're just glad we could help. Have a safe trip.
That felt really good. It's always nice to lend a helping hand.
Yeah, and it's a reminder that sometimes the best adventures are the ones where we can make a difference in someone's life.
What should we do next?
Well, I've been meaning to try out this new restaurant that serves a fusion of Asian and Mexican cuisine. It's supposed to be really unique.
That sounds amazing. Let's go check it out.
Wow, this place smells incredible. I can't wait to try the food.
Me too. I'm curious to see how they blend the flavors of Asian and Mexican cuisine. These tacos are amazing. The flavors are so unique and unexpected.
And the kimchi is delicious. It's the perfect balance of sweet and spicy.
These enchiladas are amazing. The flavors are so complex and interesting.
And the bulgogi burrito is incredible. The meat is so tender and flavorful.
Thanks for suggesting this restaurant, John. I had a really great time.
Me too. It's always fun to try new things and have new experiences. So, I was thinking we could take a road trip up the coast and visit some of the coastal towns and beaches.
That sounds like a great idea. I've always wanted to explore more of the coast.
And we could also stop at some of the state parks and nature reserves along the way.
Yes, let's do it. I'm excited for another adventure with you.
Hey, have you ever been kayaking before?
No, I haven't. But it looks like fun.
There's a guided kayaking tour through the mangroves. Do you want to try it out?
Yes, definitely. Let's do it. This is so peaceful. I love being out on the water.
Yeah, it's a great way to disconnect from the world and just enjoy nature.
Look, dolphins.
Wow, that's amazing. It's always such a treat to see them in the wild. This has been such an amazing trip. I'm so glad we did this.
Me too. It's been such a great adventure.
So, what should we do next?
Well, I was thinking we could plan a camping trip. Maybe to one of the national parks we haven't visited yet.
That sounds like a great idea. I'm always up for some camping and outdoor adventure.
And we could also do some stargazing. I heard the national park we're thinking of has some of the best stargazing in the country.
Perfect. Let's plan it out and make it happen. This is amazing. I can't believe how beautiful it is here.
I know, right? It's like we're in a whole different world. Look, a deer.
Wow, it's so close. It's amazing to see them in their natural habitat.
And look over there, a bald eagle.
That's incredible. I've never seen one in the wild before.
This is so nice. I love the peace and quiet of camping.
Me too. It's a great way to disconnect from the world and just enjoy nature.
Look at all the stars. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, and I heard this park has some of the best stargazing in the country.
It's amazing how something as simple as the night sky can be so awe-inspiring. This is tough, but it's so worth it. The views are incredible.
Yeah, it's always a great feeling when you reach the top and can take in the scenery around you. We did it. That was amazing.
It was. I feel like we really pushed ourselves today.
So, what should we do next?
Well, there's a music festival coming up in a few weeks that I've been wanting to go to. It's a folk festival with a lot of great artists.
That sounds like fun. I love music festivals.
And it's in a really cool location, right on the beach.
Perfect. Let's get tickets and plan a weekend getaway.
This is amazing. I love the energy and the diversity of the crowd.
Yeah, it's great to see so many people coming together to celebrate music and culture.
This is some of the best live music I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's amazing how much energy and emotion they can convey through their music.
Look, they're having a hula hooping contest. We should try it out.
Are you sure? I don't know if I have the skills for that.
Come on, it'll be fun.
This is ridiculous, but it's so much fun.
Yeah. Sometimes it's the unexpected moments that make an adventure so memorable.
That was amazing. I'm so glad we came.
Me too. It was a perfect weekend getaway.
So, I was thinking we could plan a trip overseas. Maybe to Europe or Asia.
That sounds incredible. Where do you want to go?
Well, I've always wanted to visit Japan. I heard it's a really unique and fascinating country.
That's a great idea. I've always been interested in Japanese culture too.
And we could try some of the amazing food, visit some of the temples and shrines, and maybe even see some of the cherry blossoms.
Yes, let's do it. It's going to be an amazing adventure.
Hey, do you want to come over to my place tonight? We can hang out, watch some movies, and just relax.
That sounds like a great idea. I could use a chill night.
How about this one? It's a classic comedy.
Sure, that sounds good.
Do you want something to drink? I have some beer and wine.
I'll have a glass of wine, thanks.
This is nice. I'm glad we can just hang out and relax like this.
Me too. Sometimes it's nice to just have a low-key evening with good company.
Remember when we went hiking and we got lost?
Oh, yeah, that was an adventure. I thought we were never going to find our way back.
And that time we went to that crazy music festival.
I still can't believe we tried hula hooping in front of all those people.
Thanks for coming over tonight. It was a really nice evening.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's always nice to spend time with you.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about you?
Can't complain. I've just been busy with work, but I'm looking forward to the weekend.
Yeah, me too. I have some errands to run, but I'm hoping to squeeze in some hiking if the weather holds up.
That sounds great. Do you have any plans for the holidays?
Not really. I might visit my family for a few days, but I haven't decided yet. What about you?
I'm actually planning a trip to Japan over the holidays.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so jealous. What are you planning to do there?
Well, I want to explore the cities, visit some of the temples and shrines, and of course, try all the amazing food. And I'm hoping to catch the cherry blossoms in bloom.
That sounds incredible. I'm sure you'll have a great time.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Have you ever been to Japan?
No, I haven't. But I've always been interested in Japanese culture and cuisine. I'd love to go someday.
Well, if you ever want to plan a trip together, let me know. I'm always up for another adventure.
That would be amazing. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
So, what kind of music do you like?
I'm really into indie and folk music. What about you?
I like a wide variety of music, but lately I've been really into electronic and hip-hop.
Cool. Do you have any favorite TV shows or movies?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of sci-fi and fantasy. I love shows like Game of Thrones and The Expanse.
Nice. I'm more into dramas and comedies. One of my favorites is The Office. What's something you've always wanted to try but haven't had the chance to yet?
I've always wanted to learn how to surf. It looks like so much fun.
That would be awesome. For me, I've always wanted to travel to Southeast Asia and explore the different cultures there.
That sounds amazing. Where would you go first?
I'd love to visit Vietnam and Cambodia. I've heard the food and the architecture are incredible.
I've always been interested in Japanese culture. Have you ever tried sushi or any Japanese cuisine?
Yes, I love sushi. It's one of my favorite foods. Have you tried it before?
Yeah, I've had it a few times. It's not my favorite, but I'm open to trying new things. So, what's one of the craziest things you've ever done?
Well, a few years ago, I went skydiving. It was one of the most exhilarating experiences of my life.
Wow, that's incredible. I've never been skydiving, but I've done bungee jumping before.
That's awesome. I've always been too scared to try bungee jumping.
Yeah, it was definitely an adrenaline rush. What's one thing you're really proud of?
I'm really proud of finishing my master's degree while working full-time. It was a lot of hard work, but I'm glad I did it.
That's amazing. Congratulations. For me, I'm proud of the time I volunteered in a local orphanage. It was a really rewarding experience. I love going to the beach and surfing. It's so relaxing and invigorating at the same time.
I agree. I also love hiking and exploring new trails. It's a great way to get some exercise and enjoy the outdoors. Hey, why don't we go in and see if they have any cool travel packages or ideas?
That's a great idea, let's go check it out. Look, they have a trip to Iceland where you can go glacier hiking and see the northern lights.
That sounds amazing. And there's a trip to the Amazon rainforest where you can go wildlife watching and explore the jungle.
Wow, those are both incredible options. But I think I'm leaning more towards the Iceland trip. I've always wanted to see the northern lights.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And we could also try some of the local cuisine and check out the hot springs.
Definitely. Let's do it. When should we plan the trip?
How about in a few months, during the winter? That's when the northern lights are most visible.
That sounds perfect. Let's start planning and researching more about Iceland.
So, what else should we do today?
Well, I heard there's a new escape room that just opened up in the city. Do you want to try it out?
Yes, I love escape rooms. Let's do it. I heard this one is supposed to be really challenging. Are you ready?
Bring it on. We make a great team, so I'm sure we can solve it. Okay, let's start looking for clues and solving these puzzles.
Got it. Let's go. Yes, we did it. We solved the final puzzle.
That was awesome. I love the rush of adrenaline you get from these escape rooms. This is incredible. I feel so at peace out here in nature.
Me too. It's amazing how calming and refreshing it can be to disconnect from the world and just appreciate the natural beauty around us. Wow, that's so beautiful. We have to get closer and take some pictures.
Agreed. Let's be careful though, the rocks can be slippery.
This is definitely going on my list of favorite places. I could stay here all day.
Me too. But we should probably keep moving so we don't lose daylight.
I've always wanted to hike in the Grand Canyon. That's definitely on my bucket list.
Yeah, me too. I heard it's one of the most incredible and challenging hikes you can do.
Definitely. But I think it would be worth it for the views and the sense of accomplishment.
Agreed. And speaking of bucket lists, have you ever done any extreme sports?
Not really, but I've always been interested in trying skydiving or bungee jumping.
Same here. I actually have a friend who's a professional skydiver. Maybe we can plan a trip and go with him.
That would be amazing. Let's do it.
Thanks for joining me on this trip. I had a great time.
Me too. It was the perfect weekend getaway. We should plan another one soon.
Definitely. And maybe we can plan a trip to Japan together when I get back from Iceland.
That would be awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. I've been doing some research and there are so many cool things to do and see in Japan.
That's amazing. I've always wanted to visit Japan, especially during cherry blossom season.
Yes, that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to. And I also want to try some of the local cuisine and visit some of the famous temples and shrines.
That sounds incredible. And we should definitely try some sushi and ramen.
Absolutely. I've heard that the sushi in Japan is on a whole other level.
I can't wait to try it. When are you thinking of going?
I was thinking of going in the spring, around April or May, so we can catch the cherry blossoms.
That sounds perfect. And it gives us some time to plan and save up for the trip. Have you ever been whitewater rafting?
No, but I've always wanted to try it. I heard it's really exhilarating.
Yeah, I went once and it was so much fun. We should plan a weekend trip and go together.
That sounds like a great idea. Do you have any places in mind?
There's a place a few hours away that I heard has some great whitewater rafting. We can look into that.
Sounds good. And we should also plan a camping trip sometime this summer.
I love camping. It's the perfect way to disconnect and recharge. I can't believe we're finally here. Iceland looks so beautiful from the air.
Yeah, it's incredible. I can't wait to see more of it. So tomorrow we have a glacier hike and Northern Lights tour scheduled. Are you ready for that?
Definitely. I'm a little nervous about the glacier hike, but I'm excited to see the Northern Lights. This is incredible. I never thought I'd be hiking on a glacier.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal. And the view from up here is amazing.
Wow, this is so beautiful. It's like something out of a fairy tale.
I know, right? I'm so glad we decided to do this hike.
That was definitely one of the highlights of the trip so far.
Agreed. And we still have so much more to see and do.
This food is amazing. I had no idea Icelandic cuisine was so unique.
Yeah, it's definitely different from what we're used to, but in a good way.
I really hope we get to see the Northern Lights tonight.
Me too. I've been looking forward to this for weeks.
Look. There they are. The Northern Lights.
Wow, this is incredible. I've never seen anything like it.
This is definitely one of the most amazing experiences of my life.
Same here. I'm so glad we decided to come to Iceland and experience this together.
This looks pretty challenging, but I'm up for it.
Me too. I've never done this before, but I've always wanted to try.
This is so much harder than it looks.
I know, right? My arms are already getting tired.
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this. Let's try one of the more difficult walls.
Agreed. Let's push ourselves.
That was so much fun. We have to do this again.
Definitely. And maybe we can try outdoor rock climbing sometime too.
That sounds like a great idea. We should plan a weekend trip and go to a nearby climbing spot.
Yes, let's do it.
I heard there's a great trail nearby that leads to a secluded lake. We should definitely check it out.
That sounds perfect. And we should also try some fishing while we're here.
Yes, let's rent some fishing gear and see what we can catch.
This is so peaceful. I feel like we're the only ones out here.
Me too. It's amazing how calming and refreshing it can be to disconnect from the world and just appreciate nature.
Hey, I think I got something.
Really? Let me see. Wow, that's a really nice catch.
Thanks. And look, there are more fish in the lake. Let's see if we can catch some more. Sarah, can I be honest with you about something?
Of course. What's on your mind?
I know we've been friends for a while now, but I can't help feeling like there's something more between us.
I feel the same way, John. I've been trying to deny it, but I can't ignore these feelings anymore.
Really? That's such a relief to hear. I was worried I was misinterpreting things.
No, you weren't. I've just been afraid of risking our friendship.
I understand. But I think we owe it to ourselves to at least explore these feelings and see where they take us.
I agree. But we have to be careful and take things slow. I don't want to rush into anything and risk losing what we have.
I completely understand. And I promise to always respect your feelings and boundaries.
John, I just wanted to thank you for being so patient and understanding with me.
Of course, Sarah. You mean everything to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to make you happy.
That's so sweet of you to say. I just want you to know that I feel the same way about you.
Sarah, I know we've had our ups and downs, but I want you to know that I love you more than anything.
I love you too, John. You've been my rock through everything, and I can't imagine my life without you.
Sarah, I have something to ask you.
What is it, John?
I've been thinking a lot about our future together, and I know we've only been together for a few months, but I can't imagine my life without you. Sarah, will you marry me?
John, I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything right now. Just think about it and let me know what you decide.
John, I love you so much, and I can't imagine my life without you either. Yes, I will marry you.
Really? You mean it?
Yes, John. I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
That's the best news I've ever heard. I can't wait to start our life together.
John, I can't believe we're getting married in just a few weeks.
I know, it feels surreal. But I couldn't be more excited to spend the rest of my life with you.
Me too. And I can't wait to start a family together and create a home filled with love and happiness.
That's exactly what I want too. And I know we'll make amazing parents someday.
John, I love you more than words can express. I promise to always stand by your side, through good times and bad.
Sarah, you are my rock and my best friend. I promise to always love and cherish you, and to support you in all of your dreams and aspirations. Sarah, I've been thinking a lot about our future together, and I think it's time we start thinking about having children.
I've been thinking about that too, John. I think it's something we're both ready for.
That's great to hear. Do you want to start trying soon?
Yes, I think we should start trying in a few months. That way we can plan ahead and make sure we're ready.
Sounds like a plan. And in the meantime, we can start thinking about names and decorating the nursery.
That sounds like so much fun. I can't wait to start our family and watch our children grow.
Sarah, I've also been thinking about our future careers. Do you think you might want to go back to school or pursue a different career path?
Actually, I have been thinking about that too. I'm considering going back to school to get my master's degree in psychology.
That's great, Sarah. I fully support you in that decision. And if you need any help or support, I'm here for you.
Thank you, John. And what about you? Do you have any new career aspirations?
I've been thinking about going back to school for a business degree. I think it would give me the skills and knowledge to advance my career and take on new challenges.
That's great, John. I'm sure you'll excel in whatever you choose to do. John, have you ever thought about traveling to different parts of the world and experiencing different cultures?
Actually, I have. I think it would be amazing to travel and explore different countries and learn about their cultures.
I completely agree. I think it's important to broaden our horizons and learn about different ways of life.
So, where do you want to go first?
There are so many places I want to go. But I've always been fascinated by the culture and history of Japan. I think it would be amazing to visit Tokyo and explore the city.
That sounds incredible. And I've always wanted to visit Europe and explore different countries like France, Italy, and Spain.
That would be amazing too. We should start planning our trips and saving up for them.
Agreed. And who knows, maybe we can even combine our love for travel with our future careers and work in different countries.
That's a great idea, John. We can use our skills and knowledge to help others and make a difference in the world.
Sarah, speaking of making a difference in the world, have you ever thought about volunteering or doing some kind of charitable work?
Yes, I actually have. I've been considering volunteering at a local animal shelter or helping out with a children's charity.
That's a great idea. I've been thinking about getting involved in some kind of community service too. Maybe we can find a cause we're both passionate about and volunteer together.
I think that would be amazing, John. We can make a difference in the world while also spending time together and strengthening our relationship.
Agreed. And who knows, maybe we can even start our own nonprofit organization someday and make an even bigger impact.
That would be incredible, John. I love that you're always thinking big and looking for ways to make a positive difference in the world.
Sarah, I just want to tell you how much you mean to me. You're my best friend, my soulmate, and my partner in everything.
John, you mean the world to me too. I feel so lucky to have you in my life and to be able to share all of these experiences and adventures with you.
I can't wait to see what the future holds for us, Sarah. I know that with you by my side, we can conquer anything.
I feel the same way, John. Our love is strong enough to overcome any obstacle, and I know that we'll continue to grow and evolve as we face new challenges together. John, I have been thinking about something lately and I wanted to talk to you about it.
Sure, what's on your mind?
Well, we've been married for a few years now and we've accomplished so much together. But I can't help feeling like there's something missing.
What do you mean?
I feel like we haven't been spending as much quality time together as we used to. We're both so busy with work and our other commitments, and I feel like we're not connecting on a deeper level anymore.
I know what you mean, Sarah. It's been tough balancing everything, but I want to make sure we're prioritizing our relationship and spending time together.
Me too, John. I think we should make a conscious effort to plan date nights and spend more quality time together. Maybe we can even go on a vacation or a weekend getaway.
That's a great idea, Sarah. I'll make sure to prioritize our relationship and make time for us to connect and strengthen our bond.
Thank you, John. I love you so much and I just want to make sure we're both happy and fulfilled in our relationship.
I love you too, Sarah. And I'm committed to making sure we're both happy and fulfilled in every aspect of our lives. Sarah, I was also thinking about our financial goals. I know we've been doing well with our careers, but have you thought about our long-term financial plans?
Yes, I have actually. I've been thinking about investing in some stocks or maybe even buying some property for rental income.
That's a great idea. I was also thinking about setting up a retirement fund and planning for our future expenses.
I completely agree. I think it's important to plan ahead and make sure we're financially stable for the long term.
And who knows, maybe we can even start our own business someday and build our own legacy.
That would be amazing, John. I love that you're always thinking big and looking for ways to improve our lives and our future. John, there's one more thing I wanted to talk to you about.
Sure, what is it?
I've been thinking about our family planning, and I wanted to explore the option of adoption.
Adoption? That's a big decision, Sarah. Are you sure that's what you want?
Yes, I am. I think there are so many children out there who need loving families, and I want to be able to provide a safe and loving home for them.
I completely understand, Sarah. and I think it's a noble and honorable decision. Let's look into the process and see what we need to do to make it happen.
Thank you, John. I'm so grateful to have a partner who supports and encourages me in all of my dreams and aspirations.
I feel the same way, Sarah. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for us, both as a couple and as a family. Sarah, I was also thinking about our health and wellness. With all the stresses of work and life, I think it's important for us to prioritize our physical and mental well-being.
I couldn't agree more, John. What do you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking we could start by making some lifestyle changes, like eating healthier and exercising more regularly. We could also try to reduce our stress levels through things like meditation or yoga.
That's a great idea, John. And we could also make sure we're getting enough sleep and taking breaks when we need them.
Exactly. And I also think it would be beneficial for us to seek professional help if we need it, like therapy or counseling.
I completely agree, John. I think it's important for us to prioritize our mental health and seek help if we need it. John, I was also thinking about our community involvement. I think it's important for us to give back and make a positive impact in our local community.
That's a great idea, Sarah. What do you have in mind?
Well, we could start by volunteering at local charities or getting involved in community events. We could also try to make a difference by being more environmentally conscious and reducing our carbon footprint.
I love that, Sarah. And we could also try to support small businesses and shop locally to help boost the local economy.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe we could even start our own community project or initiative someday.
I love your enthusiasm, Sarah. And I'm excited to see what we can accomplish together. Sarah, I was also thinking about our relationship with our extended family and friends. It's important for us to maintain those relationships and keep in touch with our loved ones.
I completely agree, John. What do you have in mind?
Well, we could start by planning more visits with our family and friends, especially those who live far away. We could also make an effort to stay in touch more regularly through phone calls, video chats, or even sending letters.
That's a great idea, John. And we could also try to plan more activities and outings with our friends and family, like game nights or group dinners.
Yes, exactly. And I think it's important for us to prioritize quality time with our loved ones and create lasting memories together.
John, I was also thinking about our hobbies and interests. I think it's important for us to pursue our passions and find joy in the things we love.
I completely agree, Sarah. What are some of the hobbies and interests you want to pursue?
Well, I've always loved painting and drawing, and I want to start taking classes to improve my skills. I also want to start reading more and exploring new genres of books.
That sounds amazing, Sarah. And for me, I've always been interested in music, and I want to start playing guitar and maybe even start a band.
I love that, John. And I think it's important for us to support each other in our hobbies and interests and find ways to enjoy them together.
Sarah, there's one more thing I want to talk to you about. I've been thinking a lot about our legacy and what we want to leave behind.
Our legacy? What do you mean, John?
I mean, what do we want to be remembered for? What impact do we want to make on the world, even after we're gone?
That's a deep question, John. What are your thoughts?
Well, I've always wanted to make a positive impact on the world, whether that's through my work, my relationships, or my community involvement. And I want to be remembered as someone who made a difference and inspired others to do the same.
I completely agree, John. And for me, I want to be remembered as someone who was kind, compassionate, and made a difference in the lives of those around me.
I love that, Sarah. And I think it's important for us to start thinking about our legacy now, and making conscious decisions that align with our values and goals.
Yes, I agree. And who knows, maybe we can even start a charity or organization that makes a lasting impact on the world.
I love that idea, Sarah. And I'm excited to see what we can accomplish together.
John, I have been thinking about something lately and I wanted to talk to you about it.
Sure, what's on your mind?
Well, I know we've been talking a lot about our goals and aspirations, but I wanted to talk about our emotions and how we're feeling.
Of course, Sarah. What's been on your mind?
I just feel like I've been experiencing a lot of stress and anxiety lately, and I wanted to open up to you about it. I don't want to burden you, but I just need someone to talk to.
Sarah, you could never be a burden to me. I'm always here for you, no matter what.
Thank you, John. I just feel like there's so much going on in the world right now, and it's hard not to feel overwhelmed and anxious all the time.
I know what you mean, Sarah. It's been a tough year for everyone, and it's normal to feel anxious and stressed in these times.
I just don't want my emotions to affect our relationship or our future goals.
Sarah, you don't have to worry about that. We're in this together, and we'll work through it as a team. And if you ever need professional help or support, we can look into that too.
Thank you, John. I feel better just talking to you about it. I'm so grateful to have you as my partner and my best friend.
I feel the same way, Sarah. And I'm always here for you, no matter what. Let's work through these emotions together and come out stronger on the other side. Sarah, I was also thinking about our communication and how we can improve it even more.
That's a great point, John. What do you suggest?
Well, I think we can start by actively listening to each other and making sure we understand each other's perspective. We can also be more patient and understanding when we have disagreements or misunderstandings.
I completely agree, John. And we can also try to communicate more effectively by being clear and concise in our messages.
Yes, and we can also make an effort to communicate more regularly, even when we're busy or stressed.
That's a great idea, John. And I think it's important for us to continue to prioritize our communication and work towards building an even stronger connection. John, I was also thinking about our travel plans. Do you have any ideas for our next vacation?
I'm glad you brought that up, Sarah. I was actually thinking about taking a trip to Europe.
Europe? That sounds amazing, John. What countries do you want to visit?
Well, I've always wanted to visit Italy, France, and Spain. I think those countries have so much culture, history, and amazing food.
I completely agree, John. And I also want to visit some of the smaller, lesser-known countries, like Croatia or Portugal.
That's a great idea, Sarah. And I think we could also try to immerse ourselves in the local culture and explore off the beaten path.
Yes, exactly. And maybe we could even take a cooking class or try some new adventure activities, like hiking or kayaking.
I love that, Sarah. And I think it's important for us to make the most of our travel experiences and create lasting memories together. Sarah, I was also thinking about our financial goals and how we can start planning for our future.
That's a great point, John. What do you suggest?
Well, I think we can start by creating a budget and being more mindful of our spending. We can also start saving more for our future goals, like buying a house or starting a family.
I completely agree, John. And we could also start investing our money wisely and planning for our retirement.
Yes, exactly. And I think it's important for us to work towards financial stability and security, so we can have the freedom to pursue our dreams and goals.
I couldn't agree more, John. And I think it's important for us to be open and honest with each other about our financial situation and our goals.
Yes, and we can also seek professional advice and guidance if we need it.
John, I just want to say how grateful I am for you and everything we've talked about today. I feel so inspired and motivated to work towards our shared goals and dreams.
Sarah, I feel the same way. I'm so grateful for you and our shared vision for the future. And I know that with our love and commitment to each other, we can accomplish anything we set our minds to.
Yes, exactly. And I can't wait to see what new adventures and experiences we'll have together.
Me too, Sarah. I'm so excited for our future and everything that's in store for us.